Part of the Western District, that is, of North Carolina is the third highest in the country for people sent to prison on crack cocaine offenses. But some say the discrepancy in sentencing for crack versus powder is unfair. As Wcnc crime specialist Glenn Counts tells us, those sentences are being changed, and for some, it could reduce their sentence by as much as a third.
Cocaine in all its forms has been a blight on our community.
Powder cocaine destroys an individual, but crack cocaine destroys a community.
That's the conventional wisdom. Historically, the sentences for crack have been much longer than for powder.
About 90% of the persons sentenced for cocaine base were African Americans, so you had a racial disparity issue.
Defense attorney Lyle Yurko, who is an advisor to the U.S. Sentencing Commission. The commission decided to reduce these sentences for some crack dealers by a third. Here in the Western District of North Carolina, which includes Charlotte, Asheville, Statesville, and other cities, it's estimated that some 700 to 800 prisoners would be eligible for the reduction. So far, 250 have applied. A judge would review all the apps and decide who goes home and who doesn't.
We associate crack cocaine with more violent crime and with more damage to neighborhoods.
U.S. Attorney Gretchen Shepard represented the Justice Department before the commission to oppose the early release. She does not believe that race should play a role.
We do not prosecute based on race. We prosecute based on conduct. The easiest way to avoid that disparity is not to sell drugs.
Get them up, brain them out!
Yurko says that some dealers should never get out of jail, but he doesn't think it's fair for the suppliers to get a break.
And the idea that an importer of thousands of kilos would get a smaller sentence than a street dealer is insane.
Shepard thinks that those dealers who come back early will bring the same problems back to their communities.
My real concern is the communities that are going to be impacted, and many of these are African American communities.
Very responsible judges are going to make the decision.
So far, there have been no hearings, but look for that to change in the next 30 days. In Charlotte, Glenn Counts, Carolina's News Connection.